Into it. Welcome to Hartley tonight for tonight's matchup between your 2-2 South O'Brien Wolverines and the 2-1 Hartley Melvin Sanborn Hawks. We have a beautiful night for baseball here tonight in Hartley. Kyle Jorgensen here, joined by Bodie, and you're listening to Fuller Digital Solutions. And I want to thank Cherokee Regional Medical Center for presenting this matchup here tonight, as they partnered up with us all season long, along with J&K Insurance for being our pregame sponsor. Like I mentioned, South O'Brien comes in with a 2-2 record here tonight. They lost to MMCRU first game of the season. They defeated Trinity Christian 8-7. Here you saw that game on Fuller Digital Solutions. They lost at George Little Rock, and then they defeated Harris Lake Park. So South O'Brien, as said, comes in with a 2-2 record. HMS is 2-1. They also defeated Harris Lake Park 6-2. So pretty similar victories, South O'Brien and HMS against Harris Lake Park. They lost to MMCRU 3-7, and then they defeated Sheldon 2-1. So should be a pretty evenly contested matchup here tonight. South O'Brien comes in scoring 5.5 runs per game. HMS scores 3.5 runs per game. Both teams do fairly well in the pitching department. South O'Brien has a 4.31 earned run average, and HMS has a 2.1 average. So, yeah, coaches are out there on the home plate area, giving the starting lineups for tonight's matchup. We'll go ahead and run through those here quick, and then we'll take a break. South O'Brien, the visiting team here tonight. Leading off for them will be Pete Botchton. He's playing shortstop. He'll be followed by Micah Davis in center field. Batting third tonight, the pitcher for South O'Brien is Jet Keith. Catching for Keith will be Dane Mormon. He's the cleanup batter. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Brock Riedemann. Batting sixth, third baseman, Caden Steffens. Batting seventh, playing left field is Wilson Milan. Batting eighth, playing second base, Caden Lucier. And then rounding things out for the Wolverines is Tyson Wolf, and he is in right field tonight. South O'Brien is coached by Tanner Peterson and DJ Lode. For the HMS Hawks, leading them off will be Keaton Graves. He is playing third base. Batting second, Jordan Ortega, playing shortstop. Batting third, Dawson Skipoff. He's in center field. Jacob Cates playing catcher, cleanup hitter. Pitching tonight, senior Sam Hine. He is batting sixth here. Trenton Volek he's playing in right field. Ben Hawk batting seventh, playing second base. Nick Bromstad playing first base, batting eighth. And then batting ninth for HMS is Keith DeBoer. For South O'Brien, or for HMS, the head coach, Jeremy Gloden, and assistant coach is Corey Ebel. So, like I said, we got a beautiful night here. I got a pretty good view for you tonight from Hartley. It's going to warm up this week and be pretty warm as the week goes on. We'll also be covering the game on Thursday night on Fuller Digital Solutions here, and that game is at Sheldon, so be sure to tune in for that. Once again, you probably realize by now, but for the games this year, each school has its own sub under YouTube. So if you go to Fuller Digital Solutions Facebook page, we should have all the links posted there for the games. So I encourage you to make sure you follow Fuller Digital Solutions, and then subscribe to the South O'Brien YouTube channel, and you'll be notified when events come live and all of that. So just getting the starting lineups underway here from the public address announcer, and I'm sure we'll have the national anthem, and then we'll be ready for game action. We're going to go ahead and take a commercial break here, and we'll be back in a few minutes for the start of action tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back after this break.
Broadway Marketplace in Paulina is one of those stores that has just about everything. And we hope you'll stop in and see all the great styles, shoes, decor, gift ideas, and sign up for a do-it-yourself class or maybe put together a private party for you and your friends. You can always order flowers from our floral shop, and there's ideas for every occasion. Broadway Marketplace. Visit us on Facebook or stop in and visit us today. Thank you for shopping local.
What does EverTech mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get EverTech's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgar, your Farm Bureau agent is Denise Steffen and sales associate Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Great deals at Gannett Auto Sales in Paulina. Pull your camper, boat, or anything with this 2015 Ford F-250, only $22,850. Travel in style in this Nissan Rogue all-wheel drive crossover, 75,000 miles and priced at $9850. They also have a 2010 Toyota Avalon and a 2007 Acura. Great school cars priced under $7,000. Or if you want it and they don't have it, they will find it for you at Gannett Auto Sales in Paulina.
All right, welcome back. Just got done with the national anthem here from Hartley. And like I mentioned earlier, just a beautiful night for baseball. Shades coming in behind us here, and hardly any wind in Iowa. That's hard to believe. That doesn't happen real often. And we're getting final tosses here from the starting pitcher from the Hawks, Sam Heen. Sam also was a starter for the Hawks this last year in baseball, so pretty familiar, or basketball, pretty familiar with both of these teams here and the players on them, and looking forward to tonight's matchup here. Thanks to Mr. DeZeo out there letting me know the assistant coach's name is Lodi, so DJ Lodi, South O'Brien assistant coach. Of course, Tanner Peterson, the head coach. It looks like we're ready to get things started here. Leading off is Pete Botchin. He'll be followed by Micah Davis and Jack Keith. And we'll get you some stats here. Pete Botchin, of course, played football, South O'Brien last year. Played some quarterback for the Wolverines. Pete is batting .417 on the year. Micah Davis is batting .308. And Jack Keith, the third place batter, batting .273. And here we are, ready for the first pitch from Hartley. So Pete Botchin steps up to the plate. Once again, Sam Heen on the mound. And Jacob Cates catching. And he's squaring the bunt, and he does lay down a bunt right back to the pitcher. And we have one up, one down here to start things off. So ground out right back to the pitcher. 1-3 put out. Micah Davis, senior, coming to bat for the Wolverines. They'll be playing center field when they go back out for their defense. One up, one down, and he's swung on, and he got right past the first baseman, so got a base hit there for Davis to right field. Good placement there, right just to the I guess it'd be to the right of the first baseman there for the Hawks. First baseman is Nick Brumstad. So 2 pitches, and they have a bunt out and a single, and that's going to bring up Jet Keith, who is pitching for the Wolverines tonight. Throw over to first. Keeping an eye on Davis, who is a speedster and probably a definite threat to steal over there for South O'Brien. Thanks again to the Polina Body Shop for being our scoreboard sponsor. First pitch, no, is high. He's stealing. And the throw was there way before Davis got there. So he is caught stealing there. He tried to slide around, but he definitely had time on that. Jordan Ortega taking the throw there for the Hawks. So there's 2 down, and that first pitch was a ball, I believe. So 2-0 count here to Jet Keith. Top the first inning here. 2-0 pitch coming up, and Jet kind of partially swung at that one there. Wasn't quite sure if he wanted to swing at that. 2-1 count, top the first inning. So not a lot of pitches for Sam here in this first inning, getting some outs with that bunt and then the caught stealing. There was a breaking ball curve that came in there real nice for a strike. It's going to even things up 2-2 here in this first inning. And here comes the 2-2 pitch to Jet Keith. If he were to reach, catcher Dave Mormon would be the next batter. And strike 3 looking. So South O'Brien is done here in the first inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first. All tied up 0-0. You're listening to Fuller Digital Solutions. We'll be right back after this break.
At Iowa State Bank, we know that our ag community is an important part of Northwest Iowa. That's why we work harder to keep business owners and farmers up and running. For over 75 years, Iowa State Bank has helped farmers upgrade equipment, expand local business operations, and sometimes offer a helping hand. As we look forward to the future, we'll continue to be by your side, available when you need us.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
Insurance and Real Estate Sutherland, locally owned and managed for almost 40 years, serving all lines of insurance from life and health, crop and livestock, home, auto, and commercial, with 3 licensed real estate agents ready to serve the community. We're independent insurance agency, your trusted choice agency, with offices located in Sutherland, Mobile, and Anthon, Iowa. At J&K Insurance and Real Estate, we're dedicated to helping people live the good life every day. Try the JK way today. We're helping you protect what you own is more than business. It's our privilege.
Word that seems to excite and unite all. Sale. When you shop with the KCHE Shopper webpage, you get a sale every day. It's one big sale on items you already want or need. Restaurants, automotive, recreation, apparel, shopping, and more. KCHEshopper.com. Shopping locally, yet online and on your time. Fill a cart, pay, and print from wherever you are. A sale every day at KCHEshopper.com.
All right, welcome back. We're ready for the bottom of the first inning. Jet Keith just getting his final warm-up tosses in here. Leading off for the Hawks is Keaton Graves. He is the third baseman, be followed by Jordan Ortega. And then the third place hitter is Dawson Skipoff. Once again, liking the Fuller Digital Solutions Facebook page. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. Wherever you're watching tonight, whether it's on your smart TV, tablet, phone. Hope you're enjoying the game. And here comes the first pitch from Jet Keith. And in there for a strike. This is the second start for Jet Keith on the season. He pitched 6 1/3 innings his last outing and had 6 strikeouts. So a strong start to the first start of the season for him. Second pitch. Just a hair low. It's going to be 1-1 here to Keaton Graves. And the 1-1 pitch coming up here to Graves. Fouled straight back, so timing there pretty good. 1-2, so Jack Keith has them in a hole here tonight. And the 1-2 pitch coming up. Just a bit outside, 2-2. Thanks again to all of our sponsors that allow us to do these games, including Cherokee Regional Medical Center, J&K Insurance, Roseland Trucking, Polina Body Shop, and all these advertisers that you see here during the game. Comes the 2-2 pitch. That one looked low and inside, but it was swung on and fouled, so count will remain even here at 2-2. Top of the first, no outs. Like I said, just a beautiful night here for baseball. We'll be back in action here Thursday night at Sheldon. South O'Brien at Sheldon. That'll be softball. That one's kind of dribbled out front. Stayed fair, and he picked up and played it. So an infield single for Keaton Graves to start things off. Wasn't hit hard by any means, but kind of the perfect swinging bunt, they would call that. So 1 up and 1 on for the HMS Hawks, and that's going to bring Jordan Ortega. Jordan played basketball too this past season for the Hawks. And first pitch to Jordan, swung on and fouled. Just got a piece of that one. Runner stayed put on that pitch, so no stealing action there on the first pitch. So Ortega falls behind 0-1. Yeah, Thursday night will be softball action that we'll bring you from Sheldon. So looking forward to broadcasting our first softball game. Softball is also playing here tonight in Hartley. Next pitch is fouled off also, and that one looked a little bit low, but maybe a hit and run action on, as the runner did take off from first, but it's going to put Ortega in a tough spot. 0-2 here in this bottom of the first inning. On deck is Dawson Skipoff. So Jack Keith out of that stretch. 0-2 is going to throw over to first. Kind of a close play over there. Nice move there by Jack Keith. 0-2 pitch coming up to Jordan Ortega. Outside. Tried to get him to chase there. Count goes to 1-2 here, bottom of the first with no outs. And the 1-2 pitch coming up here to Ortega, and he strikes him out swinging. So Keith gets a strikeout. So runner Graves stays on first base. 1 out here, and Dawson Skipoff coming to the mound. Plays center field. Skipoff is batting .273 on the year, has 3 hits and 11 at-bats for the Hawks. First pitch to Skipoff. Foul down the third baseline, foul. The runner had taken off there. So I'm not sure if that was just a straight steal or maybe a little hit and run action there from Coach Jeremy Gloden there at third base. So Skipoff falls behind 0-1. Of course, Graves has to go back to first base on the foul ball. 0-1 pitch coming up from Keith. That's going to be a base hit right to center field. Davis plays it cleanly, gets it back in. So Skipoff with a solid single right to center field. So 2 runners on, 1 out here. That's going to bring up the cleanup hitter. That is the catcher. So both catchers back cleanup for their respective teams here. Jacob Cates. Jacob Cates, 3 for 11 on the season, batting .273. Listed as a freshman. And there's a strike in there. Cates goes after that one. So just a freshman. Batting cleanup for his team and catching. So 2 runners on. 0-1 count, 1 out. 0-1 pitch. There's a strike. And that one looked like it might have been a little bit of a breaking ball. Kind of the inside pitch there. Caught that inside corner. 0-2 count quickly here to Jacob Cates. And he tried another breaking ball, and that one didn't move. He actually came in behind Cates. Got him off his stance there. 1-2 count to Jacob Cates. The pitcher, Sam Heen, is on deck for the Hawks. 1-2 pitch coming up. Low and outside. That one bounced off the ground, but a nice stop back there by catcher Dane Mormon. Second baseman for South O'Brien, Caden Lucier, is kind of holding on the runner out there. Keaton Graves. That one's blocked. Mormon blocks it. Going to third. And the ball hopped up there on Steffens. But a nice job by the shortstop for South O'Brien. Backing up there, Pete Botchton. So both runners advance, and the count is full now. So if there's a hit to the shortstop, he's playing back there, so most likely that runner will come home. So the count was 0-2, and then I went to a 3-2 count. So here's a 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. A little bit behind, but towards the bus barn over there. Didn't quite make it that far. So we got a 3-2 pitch coming up here once again. 1 out, runners on second and third. And he takes strike 3 looking, so big strikeout for Jet Keith on the mound. And that's going to bring up the senior pitching tonight for the Hawks, Sam Heen. So 2 outs now, so South O'Brien just needs to go to first base here and potentially get out of this jam. And there's a strike into Sam. Making Jack Keith work a little bit here in this first inning. Definitely throwing more pitches than Sam had to throw in that first top half of the inning. Heard the umpire say the ball inside. Evens the count out 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch coming up here to Sam. Looked like that was a breaking ball. That one stayed a little bit low and inside. 2-1 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning. Graves on third and Dawson Skipoff on second base. 2-1 pitch coming up. Hit to right field. Tyson Wolf's got it out there and squeezes it, so a F9 fly out. So no damage done. Single by Graves, single by Skipoff, no runs in. 1 inning done. We're tied 0-0. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
My name is Scott, and this is my story. I've always been into cars, so I enrolled in the automotive program at NCC. The instructors there are very supportive and knowledgeable. And now, I own my own repair shop, and it all started at NCC.
My name is Gabby, and this is my story. I went to NCC for the Administrative Secretarial program. I currently work at Transnova Genetics as the HR generalist, and I enjoy what I do. This is all possible for my degree through NCC.
Polina Chiropractic with Dr. Justin Fisher is a locally owned business and locally focused. Dr. Fisher and his family live in Paulina and love being a part of the community and supporting the South O'Brien schools and events. Whether you need a routine adjustment or have a troubling problem, call for your appointment today at 949-2741 with Paulina Chiropractic with Dr. Justin Fisher, 127 East Broadway, Paulina.
All right, welcome back here. Top of the second inning. Sam Heen out there on the mound for his second inning of work. South O'Brien will be leading off with Dane Mormon. He'll be followed by Brock Riedemann, and then Caden Steffens batting third. Mormon had a really nice game up at Trinity Christian. A couple of big hits in that game, and nice victory for South O'Brien as game was cut just a little bit short due to darkness. And Dane Mormon steps into the plate, into the box. Pitches low, 1-0. Dane Mormon is 5 of 12 on the year, batting .417 average, with 3 doubles on the year, and I think 2 of them were that night at Trinity Christian. Count's going to even out here, 1-1. One pitch coming up to catcher Dane Mormon. Breaking ball, that one looked high coming in, but that thing cut down real nice as it crossed the plate. So late breaking action there. Count is 1-2 to Dane Mormon. 1-2 pitch coming up. Another breaking ball, and Mormon finds a gap right there between third and shortstop. So a C&I single there for Dane Mormon. So South O'Brien, first batter up, gets a base runner on, and we got a pinch runner coming in. Cole Jossam. Going to pinch run or courtesy run for the catcher, Dane Mormon. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Brock Riedemann. If you recall that last Trinity Christian game, he had a home run called back, a really nice catch from the Trinity Christian outfielder that game. Strike one there into Brock. Brock is a junior. He's got 4 hits out of 13 at-bats here on the season, .308 average. Looks like all of his hits so far have been singles. So 0-1 pitch to Riedemann, fouled off. Looked like he was just a little bit behind that one. So Riedemann quickly behind 0-2. And we'll see if we see that curveball coming in from pitcher Sam Heen for the Hawks. 0-2 pitch coming up to Riedemann. And he went for the high heat and just couldn't catch up to that one, so a strikeout for Sam, his second strikeout on the night. That's going to bring up Caden Steffens. Caden batting 6 here tonight for the Wolverines. Batting 182 coming into this game. He did have a grand slam home run earlier on this season. Close play at first. Just back in time. Count is 0-0 here. No pitch as a throw over to first base to Caden Steffens. Caden squaring the bunt, pulls back, going to throw down to first. Nice throw from the freshman catcher. Jacob Cates there. Nice idea throwing it down. So South O'Brien knows, not afraid to throw down to that base. Got to watch your lead there even after the pitch comes through. First pitch was a ball, so 1-0 count to Caden Steffens. Squares the bunt. Another throw back to first. So didn't take long for Cole Jossum to get his uniform dirty. They're driving in a couple times head first back to first base. So 2-0 count to Caden Steffens. He did score the bunt a couple times and pulled back. So we'll see if we keep the bunt on here. Or maybe it's just kind of a token thing. And that one stayed high, 3-0. I believe this is the first 3-0 count from Sam. 3-0 count. That runner on first. See if Steffen's still looking to bunt, and he doesn't square, and there is a strike. 3-1 count. Top the second inning, 1 out. On deck for the Wolverines would be Wilson Milan. And a 3-1 pitch is high, ball 4. So every time he showed bunt there, he got a ball. So first and second. So Wilson Milan is the left fielder. Batting 7th here tonight for the Wolverines. Milan comes in batting .308 on the year. Does have 3 RBIs. First pitch to Milan. He's swinging. That one's popped up. Should be a play. Oh, it's going to drift out of bounds. Just over the dugout there of the HMS side of the field. At first I thought that might stay in play, but count's going to go to 0-1. So Milan comes up swinging. Cole Jossum on second base and Caden Steffens on first base for the Wolverines. 1 out, 0-1 count to Wilson Milan batting. Kind of a token throw to second base there to just kind of let that runner know that keep an eye on him. Oh, 1 pitch coming to Milan. Bunt, but that ball was bunted in the air, and the runner at second base, Cole Jossum, just didn't know what to do. He was on his way, hit the brakes hard, but just one of those deals. He kind of caught in no man's land, not quite sure what to do. So fielder's choice for Milan, and that's going to bring up the second baseman for the Wolverines, the 8th place batter, Caden Lucier. So 2 runners on, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. And ball 1. So Caden Steffens is on second base, Wilson Milan on first base, and 2 outs. So opportunity here for an RBI for Caden. 1-0 pitch coming in here from Sam. It's a breaking ball. Caden was just a little out ahead of that one. So definitely that breaking ball comes in much slower than that fastball. Thanks again to all of our sponsors, and make sure to thank them for allowing us to do these broadcasts. Cherokee Regional Medical Center, Plena Body Shop, Roseland Trucking, and J&K Insurance, plus all these advertisers you're seeing here during the game. 1-1 pitch coming up. High, 2-1. If you would like to be an advertiser during these broadcasts, make sure to email us at fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. We'd love to talk to you and work with you. Great place to advertise. 2-1 count coming up here to Caden. A little bit low and outside, I believe. 3-1. On deck for the Wolverines is Tyson Wolf. 2 outs, 3-1 count, 2 runners on. Sam staring in, getting set here for this 3-1 pitch. And ball 4. Caden draws a walk. That's going to fill the bases. And that brings in Tyson Wolf, senior. Just 5 at-bats on the season. He does have 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches, 2 strikeouts. Looking for his first hit on the season yet. So it looks like we have a little coaches meeting on the mound from the Hawks with Coach Jeremy Gloden. Peterson meeting with his runners too. Talking to Tyson Wolf there and his runners on base. So 2 outs. So runners would be going on contact here. Whether it's a fly ball or ground ball, whatever it might be. So bases are loaded. Tyson Wolf coming to the plate, the 9th place batter. And we'll see if Sam Heen goes back to wind up. Looks like he will go back to a full windup. And he swings right away, and it's right back to the pitcher. And a 1-3 put out. So bases loaded, no damage done. We're heading to the bottom of the 2nd inning, all tied up 0-0. You're listening to Fuller Digital Solutions. We'll be right back after this break.
It's football season, and the Prairie Market Grocery Store in Paulina would like to wish the South O'Brien Wolverines good luck this season. Stop in before the game to get the items you may need for your tailgate party. Fresh meats from our meat department for grilling, fresh vegetables to throw on the grill too. Pick up some chips and salsa or maybe French onion dip. Also, pick up some extra snacks for after the game. From the Prairie Market Grocery Store in Paulina, another gem of the prairie.
Primgar Chiropractic Clinic. Aching to see us? Neck pain, arm and leg pain, auto accidents, back pain, sports injuries, chronic pain, headaches, work injuries, and arthritis. Dr. Heather Eink can help patients of all ages get an adjustment to get their alignment in place. And there's a licensed massage therapist as well. And therapy services like ultrasound, muscle stem, and cold laser. Ask about foot levelers for orthotics. Find Primgar Chiropractic Clinic on Facebook and call for an appointment today.
All right, welcome back for the bottom of the 2nd inning here. Jet Keith out there getting his final warm-up pitches in. The throw down to second base. And we're ready for this bottom of the 2nd inning to get started. Had a feeling this would be a pretty close ball game tonight. Leading off for the Hawks will be Trenton Volnick. He's the right fielder. He'll be followed by Ben Hawk. And then Nick Bromstad batting third. Got our first lefty here tonight. Jack Keith with his first pitch here in this bottom of the 2nd inning. That one's low and outside. Like I mentioned, Jack Keith, first start of the season, he went 6 1/3 innings for the Wolverines. Pitched a really nice ball game, 6 strikeouts. Second start on the year for him here tonight. Both pitches outside and low to lefty Trenton Volnick. And the 2-0 pitch coming up to Trenton Volnick. Swung on, it's going to be dribbled down the first baseline, foul. Played over there by the assistant coach, Corey Ebel, for the Hawks. 2-1 count to Volnick. Inside. Count's going to go to 3-1. Also in action tonight on Fuller Digital Solutions. I know we got Cherokee at MMCRU over in Marcus tonight. Pitch on the way, and he kind of swung at that one. Probably would have been ball 4, but that's going to take the count to 3-2 to Volnick. And 3-2 pitch coming up from Jack Keith. It's going to be low, ball 4. And you don't see too many get past Mormon, but that one got past them. So a base on ball starting here this second inning. And you know what they say about those leadoff walks? They come back to haunt you most of the time. Number 1, Ben Hawk coming to the bat. He is the second baseman for the Hawks. Wallnick getting a short lead off over there. Pitches inside. Jet struggling a little bit here with his control. 1-0 pitch coming up here to Hawk. And right back up the middle. Boston plays it over to Caden. Tried to get 2, but did get the first out at second base. So fielder's choice for Hawk. Nice play by Botchin. I wondered if he might just take that one himself, as that was pretty close to second base, but he decided to flip it to Caden. But did get the lead runner, so 1 down here in the bottom of the second inning. And that brings up Nick Brumstead, the first baseman. Throw over to first, not real close there. Got a softball game going on over there too. South O'Brien here playing softball against the Hawks tonight also. And the first pitch coming in. Right back up the middle. Got the lead runner, and they got the runner in a pickle over there, and he is out. So South O'Brien gets 2 out on that play, as we had the 6-3 put out, and then Volonik was caught going to third. So South O'Brien, 3 up, 3 down unconventionally. They're heading to the top of the third inning. We're all tied up 0-0. We'll be right back after this break. You're listening to Fuller Digital Solutions.
Did you know Iowa is the 12th largest milk-producing state in the United States? In Iowa, the average dairy cow produced 7 gallons of milk per day, and in May, Iowa dairy farms produced approximately 451 million pounds of milk. Rhoda Dairy is a proud dairy farm right here in O'Brien County and provides local jobs. When you sit down for your next meal, enjoy a nice cold glass of milk to go with it. Rhoda Dairy would like to wish the South O'Brien Wolverines the best of luck all season long.
My name is Justin, and this is my story. I really wanted to learn the proper and safe way of welding, so the Advanced Welding Technologies degree from NCC really helped me learn new and improved ways to do welding. It's all because of my welding degree from NCC.
My name is Tyler, and this is my story. I've always been interested in computers. I went to NCC for computer programming, and while attending there, I had great instructors, a great environment, and a great atmosphere. Now I work at Interstates, all thanks to NCC.
Have you ran 2 already? Yeah. All right, welcome back. Game moving right along here as we're in the top of the third inning. South O'Brien back to the leadoff batter, Pete Botchton. He grounded out to the pitcher last time as he tried to bunt. And there's a strike in there to Pete. Pete, of course, the shortstop for South O'Brien with that last put out on that ground out. So 0-1 count here to Pete. And that curveball comes in, and Botchton kind of turned, but 0-2 count here quickly to Pete Botchton. Micah Davis on deck had a single, the only hit for South O'Brien here so far tonight. 0-2 pitch coming up. And Botchton strikes out swinging. Sam reared back on that one and gets his third strikeout on the evening so far for Sam. Micah Davis had that single right past the first baseman in that first inning. He was caught stealing. And the first pitch to Davis. In there for a strike. Got some shadows coming across the field now. Looks like we have a little bit of a light breeze now, as that during the national anthem that flag wasn't moving at all, but now it's wind's picking up a little bit here. 0-1 pitch coming in, high. 1-1 to Davis. On deck for the Wolverines would be Jet Keith. 1-1 count to Davis. 1 out, top the third inning. Which team can score first? Ground ball towards Ortega. And first baseman just not able to hang on to that one. So Davis is going to reach. I believe that would be an error there on the shortstop on the throw. So we got Davis reaching by an error there, and that's going to bring up Jet Keith. 1 out. Throw over, just kind of a token throw over. Like I mentioned earlier, Davis was caught stealing that first inning. Ball got there way before he did. I'm just not sure. Maybe he didn't get the best of a jump on that pitch that first inning. First pitch coming in. It's going to hit him. And Keith will go to first base. So hit by a pitch. So Davis will advance to second. Keith on first. And South O'Brien's cleanup hitter, Dane Mormon. He did have a single. South O'Brien does have 2 hits on the evening. Mormon singled right between the shortstop and third baseman that first at bat. And he would be followed by Brock Riedemann. So 1 out here, top of the third with 2 runners on. South O'Brien did have bases loaded last inning, unable to score. And Dane Mormon swinging on that first pitch and misses. Looked like he was a little bit under that one. 0-1 count to Mormon. One pitch coming up to sophomore Dane Mormon. He's going to step out of the box. So the batter is in the sunlight, pitcher's in the shadow there. And the 0-1 pitch coming up to Mormon. And swung and missed, 0-2. Mormon usually a pretty good contact hitter up there, so see if he can get some contact here. 0-2 pitch coming up to Mormon. Tried that curveball. That one just a little came in high and stayed up there, so the count's going to go to 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch coming up to Mormon. Ortega kind of playing on second base with Davis. And there's strike 3. So Mormon strikes out. And that's going to leave things up to Brock Riedemann here, the first baseman. He struck out swinging his last at-bat. Davis on second. Keith on first. First ball is going to miss. 1-0. Sam has walked a couple of batters. He did walk Steffens and Caden Lucier last inning. 1-0 pitch coming up. That breaking ball swung on and missed. Way out in front of that one. Heard Coach Peterson saying, you know, that one's coming in eye level, it's going to drop, but if it's lower than that, let it go. 1-1 pitch coming in. And behind that fastball, 1-2. So Sam looking to get out of trouble here once again. 2 runners on, 1-2 count, 2 outs here. And the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, got him swinging. Sam works out of trouble. South O'Brien, 2 runners left on, no hits. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd inning, all tied up 0-0. We'll be right back after this break on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids is here to help you change the look in your home. Maybe you want new flooring. We can help you out with carpet, vinyl, wood, or maybe redoing the bathroom and you want ceramic tile. We're here for you with all kinds of choices and colors. Need a new bedroom set? Maybe new living room furniture? Maybe just a new recliner. Snooks Carpet and Furniture, where we have everyday savings and selection at the original Snooks Carpet and Furniture on your way anyway in Sioux Rapids.
This changes everything. TiVo is here. Search and control your cable channels and streaming video with one remote. Use voice activation to find everything faster, or set a one-pass recording. Then watch on any TV in your home, or browse and view on Wi-Fi devices with the free View It app. Contact TCA to experience TiVo today.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Had some runners on, but no one able to do cross home plate yet. Like I mentioned, we have Cherokee at MMCRU tonight, and Cherokee is trailing 4-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And we're all tied up here, 0-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. Keith DeBoer coming to bat for the Hawks. 9th place batter, playing left field. First pitch is just blooped right to center field, so he hit it just in the right spot. So he lead off single for Keith DeBoer. Just found a little soft spot right there. It wasn't hit hard by any means. And that's going to bring us back to Keaton Graves. He had just a swinging bunt single that first time up, right down that 3rd baseline. First pitch is a little bit low and outside. So Jet Keith hasn't worked out of the windup too long here tonight. Both innings, leadoff runners getting on, so close play over there at first base. Able to get back. 1-0 count to Keaton Graves. 3rd baseman. Keith DeBoer on first. Nice block by Dane Mormon. That one hit the dirt, but Mormon does a nice job getting in front of that one. And the count goes to 2-0 quickly here to Keaton Graves. Jordan Ortega on deck for the Hawks. Two-0 pitch outside. He's going to fall behind 3-0. So far tonight, looks like Jet has just one walk. And that runner ended up being caught stealing last inning. And a 3-0 pitch. There's a strike in there from Keith. DeBoer getting that lead off from first base, and 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed, 3-2. So Keith comes back to get to a full count. Looking for that first out of this top of the 3rd inning. 3-2 pitch coming up from Keith. Swung on towards Caden Steffens. He does get the lead runner, though. A nice job by Caden Lusher. So a 5-4 put out. First out of the inning, 5-4 put out. Keaton Graves reaches on that fielder's choice. So 1 out. And Jordan Ortega coming to the plate. He did strike out swinging his last at bat. Ball gets past Mormon, and there's grass behind that. Kind of deadens that ball right against the fence. So pass ball, or a wild pitch, I probably presume. That allows Graves to go to second base. And the 1-0 pitch coming to Jordan Ortega, the shortstop. Swung on and fouled out of play. Hit that outer fence here. Count's going to go to 1-1, so 1 out. 1 ball, 1 strike, top of the 3rd inning. No runs in for either team. Graves on second. And the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Nice location there from Jet Keith. That one was inside and low on the plate there. Tough pitch to hit for a righty. Did strike out Ortega that last at bat. And that one's popped up to right field. Second baseman with the catch, Caden Lusher. Did have to go a ways to catch that one, so a nice running catch. Keeps the runner, Keaton Graves, on second base. That's going to bring up Dawson Skipoff, who did have a single his last at bat. Coach Peterson coming out to the mound here for a mound visit. So maybe talking some strategy here to see what to do with Skipoff. The last time he hit that single right back up the middle. So there is 2 outs with Graves on second. Looks like runs could be hard to come by tonight. Just a beautiful evening here with that south wind picking up a little bit here. And the first pitch to Skipoff coming up after that mound meeting by Coach Peterson. And he swings at it, hits it left field. It's over the head of the left fielder, Wilson Milan. Kind of took a bad angle at that one. And Dawson Skipoff going to third. And he makes it all the way to third base. So a triple for Skipoff. And an RBI. So Milan, instead of going back into his left, he went straight to his left, and that ball was over his head. So on that one, he needed to go kind of at an angle towards the flag over there in left field. So HMS with that first run, and Jacob Cates up to bat, the freshman catcher, takes ball 1. He did strike out looking his last at bat. One-0 pitch in there for a strike. 1-1. So Skipoff is 2 for 2 on the night with a single and a triple and an RBI. Skipoff on third. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on to Steffens, and it went right between his legs. And that'll get another run in. So an error there on the Wolverines. So another run in. So I was just mentioning runs were hard to come by, but Hawks putting 2 on the board here. So an error allows another run. Skipoff to come in and score. Got a courtesy runner for the Hawks, for the catcher. Wasn't sure who came in over there. So Skipoff with a run scored, and Graves with a run scored. Runner on first, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Sam Heen. 2 outs here yet, top or bottom of the 3rd inning, 2 runs in. Pitch was outside, 1-0. Nice stop by Mormon. Looks like number 10, Tyson Tessum, running for the Hawks. That one's going to be fouled back out of play. And just missed a nice pickup over there. Hit the pavement on the parking lot. Thought for a minute we might have a broken windshield, but just missed that vehicle. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Throw to first, back in plenty of time for Tessum. So both teams definitely had their chances here to score some runs early tonight, and Hawks with the first team to come through with a timely hit there from Skip-Off. And behind that one, that's going to move the count to 1-2. So Keith is 1 pitch away here from getting out of this bottom of the 3rd inning. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, so South O'Brien does get out of the inning, but 2 runs do come across. Hawks had 2 hits from Keith DeBoer and Dawson Skip-Off. 2 runs in, we're heading to the top of the 4th inning, Hawks leading. We'll be right back after this break. Thanks for joining us.
A clean vehicle is a happy vehicle, and at the Wash House in Paulina, it's easy with the automatic wash bay. Getting the sand, salt, and dirt off helps extend the life of your vehicle's body, and you'll have a quality experience when you use the Wash House. There's also plenty of room for bigger vehicles and trucks in their manual wash bays, and vacuums to clean up inside. Visit the Wash House in Paulina when you need to get your car washed, and go Wolverines!
General Contracting, providing blue-collar work for blue-collar people. Brian Williams founded the company after a lifetime of construction trade experience. His goal, to bring a better experience at a better price. No cutting corners on the job, yet still the lowest price. He is a hard-working blue-collar guy making an honest living by providing work for blue-collar people. Contact Williams General Contracting in Calumet today by calling Brian at 712-229-2064.
All right, welcome back to the top of the 4th inning. South O'Brien trailing here 2-0. Should mention on the season, senior Sam Heen, he did start 1 game. He's pitched a total of 7 innings. Just giving up a 103 batting average, 3 hits on the year, and 0 earned runs. So Wolverines will have their work cut out for him. Try to get some runs across here, or to get some runners on. 2-0, and Caden Steffens coming to the plate. Caden Steffens did walk his last at bat. First pitch to Steffens is in there for a strike. On deck for the Wolverines will be Wilson Milan, and then the third place batter this inning will be Caden Lusher. 0-1 pitch coming up here to Steffens. Swung on and missed, and that was that breaking ball. And just a bit out front on that one. That breaking ball has fooled these South O'Brien batters so far tonight. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. 3rd strike. First out this top of the 4th inning as the scoreboard here has gone dark. But we're in the top of the 4th with 1 out. And that'll bring Wilson Milan. He hit into a fielder's choice his last at bat. Milan did come up swinging, if I recall, his last at bat. And he swings again. That one's fouled straight back. Falls behind 0-1. 0-1 pitch coming up. 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Swung on. That one's just dribble up. He's going to call that Umpire is going to call that he hit that twice, so 0-2. That would have been a tough play otherwise. So Sam coming out throwing strikes here, getting ahead of both batters, and 0-2 count coming up to Milan. Probably going to see that curveball. Nope. Comes back with the fastball. Surprised me on that pitch. So I would have guessed incorrectly, most likely. 1-2 pitch coming up, 1 out. There's the breaking ball. And Milan knew it. And he took off before the umpire even called it. So back-to-back strikeouts. It's going to bring up Caden Lusher. He did walk his last at bat. So 2 quick outs here. Top of the 4th inning. And Caden coming up. And the first pitch to Caden. Breaking ball. It's going to be a little bit high. 1-0 count. And the 1-0 pitch coming up from Sam. That's in there for a strike. Going to even things out here, 1-1. Some pitchers, as they go, they tend just to get a little bit stronger as the game goes on. And Sam coming out here and mowing them down so far this top of the 4th inning after his team put up 2 runs for him. And there's that breaking ball. That one missed. Looks like it appeared just to be a little bit inside. And the 2-1 pitch coming up here to Caden Lusher. And that one was high, and you could see him shaking his head after that one. He knew he should have laid off. Those high pitches, though, they entice you. You think, man, if I get a hold of this one, it's going to sail. But 2-2 count and 2 outs here. No runners on, and here comes the 2-2 pitch. Tried that breaking ball. Held off on that one, and we're going to go to a 3-2 count. Tyson Wolf on deck for the Wolverines. Caden steps out of the box the last second there. Step back in here with a full count. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. And back-to-back walks for Caden. Can hear that glove pop. That ball just missed, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Tyson Wolf. So they do get a runner on with 2 outs, and Wolf comes to the plate. High and outside. That Trinity Christian game, Tyson Wolf came in relief and picked up the win. He pitched really well coming in relief that night for Caden. Caden over there on first base. Just getting a short lead. 1-0 count to Wolf. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Tried that breaking ball. That misses again. Two 2-0 count to Wolf. Caden getting that lead off over there. Of course, Pete Botchin would be on deck for the Wolverines. And swinging strikes. 2-1. Tyson with a good healthy cut there. And 2-1 pitch. Tyson decides to go without the batting gloves. You don't see that too often anymore. 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled. A little bit late on that one. Fouls that off to the right side. Evens things out 2-2 here. If he can get to that full count, then Caden could take off early from first base. 2-2 low. It was a close play. Caden kind of had to jump to get over the tag. Heard some oohs and ahs here from the crowd on that one. So 3-2 count to Tyson Wolf. Caden will be taken off on this one. Three-2's hit to center field. Hit well. And skip off out there with the catch. So that one just kind of hung up for skip off. So no hits, no runs, one walk, a runner left on. Heading to the bottom of the fourth inning. HMS leading 2-0. We'll be right back after these commercial break.
Finding someone you trust. It's important when it comes to your farming operation. For generations, you know that you can work with Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park. From generation to generation, the State Savings Loan Officers in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park continue to work with you. Find us online at savingsbankia.com.
My name is Andy, and this is my story. I grew up in a trucking family, which led me to the diesel technology program at NCC. My one-on-one training and experience with my instructors allowed me to advance my career. This was all made possible with experiences at NCC.
My name is Matt, and this is my story. I graduated from the heavy equipment program at NCC. With the real-world experience, preventative maintenance, and surveying skills I gained there, it set me up to be an owner of my own excavation company. And it all started at NCC.
Welcome back. On the bottom of the fourth inning, Jet Keith back out there for his fourth inning of work. Trent Vollen coming up to bat for the Hawks. He did reach on a walk, and then he was caught in that rundown last time he was up, and that one missed inside and gets past Dave Mormon. It was a 1-0 count to Trenton Volnick. So Volnick, Ben Hawk on deck, and then Nick Bromstad batting third for the Hawks this inning. 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Keith still throwing hard out there for the Wolverines, and the 1-1 pitch coming in outside. 2-1. The on deck batter's job to track down that ball. So keeping Hawk busy tracking down the baseballs. And the 2-1 pitch coming up here to Volnick. Mormon just not able to squeeze that one, but it was a ball, so 3-1. So far, the Hawks have had every leadoff batter reach base. And we got a 3-1 count to the leadoff batter in this bottom of the fourth inning. 3-1 pitch, swung on. Nice job by knocking it down, and not able to. So Keith does a nice job knocking that one down. And then on his second attempt to get the ball, just not able to get that. So an infield single for Volnick. That's going to bring up senior Ben Hawk. He hit into a fielder's choice his last at bat. Just a short lead off over there for Volnick. First pitch is low, ball one. Keith quickly gets set back on that mound, ready to fire the next pitch. And the 1-0 pitch to Hawk. Line drive to right field, base hit. So first and second runners for the Hawks after back-to-back hits. Tyson Wolf played that ball out there for the Hawks, and that's going to bring up first baseman Nick Bromstad. He grounded out to the shortstop Botchin last time. So both coaches making some adjustments here. The signs coming in from Gloden, and Peterson also making some adjustments for the South O'Brien dugout. So 2 runners on, no outs. And here's the pitch in there for a strike. Nice pitch from Jet Keith. Thanks again to the Polina Body Shop. Make sure to say thanks to Adam there for being our scoreboard sponsor. And the 0-1 pitch. A little bit low. 1-1. Also thanks to J&K Real Estate, Roseland Trucking, and Cherokee Regional Medical Center. 1-1 pitch coming up. No outs. Runners on first and second. Outside. 2-1. Two in one, no outs. Volnick on second, Hawk on first, and the 2-1 pitch. Strike. Keith evens the count out, 2-2, and he's right back on that mound, ready to fire again. 2-2 pitch coming up. Just got a piece of it. So Bromstead hangs tough up there, 2-2. Can't see the scoreboard here from the softball game, otherwise I'd give you an update, but 2-0 here. Hawks leading, bottom of the 4th. That's hit right to Botchton. He's going to go and get the lead runner. Steffens wasn't on the base, kind of played dance there, but the runner ran past, so they do get fielder's choice, get the lead runner out. So Steffens fielded the throw, wasn't quite on the base, but he did tag the runner as the runner overran that. Here comes Coach Peterson. See what he's thinking here. Coming to the mound. I don't think it's going to be a pitching change, just talking some strategy here. So the HMS is going to have 2 runners on here yet. It'll be Hawk on second, Bromstead on first, and then the 9th place batter, Keith DeBoer, coming to the plate. He did single his last time up for the Hawks. So Peterson on the mound, talking to his team, infield team there. And they are going to make a pitching change, so looks like Pete Botchin will come in. We'll take a break. We'll come back here in time for the next pitch. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.
The new Broadway Auto Glass and Accessories is now open in Paulina. With Jared Harm's years of experience, you'll find quality work for auto glass replacement, chip repair, and window regulators. Jared has the state-of-the-art equipment to make sure your repairs are done properly. Broadway Auto Glass and Accessories works with most insurance companies. Don't leave that chip or crack in your window a minute longer. Call Jared at Broadway Auto Glass and Accessories, downtown Paulina. Broadway Marketplace in Paulina is one of those stores that has just about everything. And we hope you'll stop in and see all the great styles, shoes, decor, gift ideas, and sign up for a do-it-yourself class or maybe put together a private party for you and your friends. You can always order flowers from our floral shop, and there's ideas for every occasion. Broadway Marketplace. Visit us on Facebook or stop in and visit us today. Thank you for shopping local.
All right, that timed out pretty well. We got Jet Keith goes to shortstop, and Pete Botchin on the mound for the Wolverines facing his first batter. Keith DeBoer, first pitch, a little bit low from Botchin. So the runners on base would be Jet Keith's responsibility there. DeBoer, like I said, did have a single. He didn't score last inning when he got that single. Second pitch is low. So Botchin comes out and throws 2 balls, a little bit low here to get things started. During his warm-up tosses, I think he went out of the windup that whole time. 2-1 is low, 3-0. And the 3-0 pitch coming up to DeBoer. Low, ball 4, so he is going to take a base on ball. That's going to fill things up for the Hawks. Probably not what Coach Peterson had in mind with the pitching change. It's going to come to the top of the lineup once again. It's Keaton Graves. Graves with a single and reach on a fielder's choice. And there's a strike from Pete Botchin. So there's one out. Bases are loaded. So far, no runs in, and Botchin's out of that windup. One strike to Graves. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Looked like he was out in front of that one. So Botchin gets ahead here, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch outside, 1-2. Not a bad pitch there. See if maybe you can get him to chase a little bit. 1-2 pitch from Botchin coming up. So South O'Brien can get that force out at any base here. Swings at that one. That's the left field. Caught by the left fielder, and no runs are going to be able to come in. So with an F7, nobody goes anywhere there. So Botchin gets the fly out. Base is still loaded here, but there are 2 outs now. That's going to bring up Jordan Ortega. Struck out and flew out to Caden his last at bat. Strike in there from Botchin. So Jack Keith has one runner out there yet, or his responsibility. 3 1/3 innings tonight for Keith. High, 1-1 to Jordan Ortega. He'll be a senior this next school year for the Hawks. 1-1, 2 outs. Bases loaded here yet for Hartley Melvin Sanborn. Strike. That was in the upper zone. Upper inside part of the plate. Count goes to 1-2. A 1-2 pitch. Low. Not a bad pitch there. See if maybe you can get him to chase. Count's going to go to 2-2. On Jordan's strikeout earlier, he did strike out swinging, so see if he protects that plate up there with this 2-strike, 2-ball, 2 outs. And that one misses, and a nice job by Mormon stopping that one, not getting too far away from the plate. So bases are loaded, 2 outs, full count, so runners can take off with this pitch. So a hit to the outfield probably scores 2 or 3. And a 3-2 pitch. Popped up. That one's going to go out of play right behind us here. So Ortega fouls one off. Count stays the same there. And we'll do it again here with the runners taking off once again. And a 3-2 pitch. It's hit right to the shortstop. Jack Keith, he throws the first, and he got him. So a nice play by shortstop Jack Keith, a 6-3 putout. HMS makes some noise, but no runs in. We're heading to the top of the 5th inning. Score remains 2-0. We'll be right back on Fuller Digital Solutions.
What does EverTech mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get EverTech's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
Pretty good.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgard, your Farm Bureau agent is Denise Steffen and sales associate Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 5th inning. South O'Brien coming up with a pitcher now, Pete Botchin, who'll be followed by Micah Davis, and then the shortstop, Jet Keith. Sam Heen on the mound for his 5th inning of work. And here comes his first pitch of this inning, and it's low. So Botchin tried bunting that first at-bat, right back to the pitcher. And last at-bat, he struck out swinging. And the 1-0 coming to Botchin. Tried to bunt that one, and that one was high. Pretty hard to bunt that one when it's that high up. A couple of games that I have seen, Botchin has bunted quite a bit. And the 1-1 pitch coming up to Botchin. It's a ball, gets past the home plate catcher. I believe I just heard South O'Brien is leading the softball game 4-2 in the 7th inning. 2-1 pitch coming up to Pete Botchin. Swung on. Did just get a piece of that one. It's going to even the count out at 2-2. So Pete was swinging away there. Micah Davis on deck. And the 2-2 pitch. High. Five strikeouts on the night so far for senior Sam Heen on the mound. And the full count pitch coming up to Botchin. And it hits him. Hit him right in that right calf of his right leg. Or calf on his right leg, I shouldn't say. He doesn't have two on his right leg. So South O'Brien does get a runner on. Hit by pitch. Brings up second place batter. So good chance for the Wolverines to do some damage here with the top of their lineup. Micah Davis does have a single and reached on an error, so he has been on base a couple times. First pitch is in there for a strike. So 0-1 pitch coming up to Davis. Botchin on first. And there was that curveball, and Davis was out in front of that one. Hit right off the end of that bat. So 0-2. (0-2) count to Micah Davis. Got to protect that plate up there now. Just a beautiful evening here. Sun has set. Nice breeze. And there's strike three looking. So Davis strikes out looking, and that's going to bring up the now shortstop, Jet Keith, for the Wolverines. Keith has struck out looking, and he was hit by a pitch as the last at bat. Set by Sam. Here comes the pitch. Keith swings, and that one fouled back. Hit that fence and popped over. Kind of behind home plate here. So 0-1. Catcher Dane Mormon on deck for the Wolverines. That one's hit well. It's going to left field. It's deep. And just foul. That wasn't fouled by too much, but that was hit one hop to the fence in left field. So Keith hit that one well. But he does fall behind 0-2. So baseball, as they say, can be a game of inches, and that one just foul. So 0-2, one out. Botchin leading off over there at first base. Sam gives a look over. Comes the 0-2 pitch to Keith. High. Close play down there as the catcher throws down to first, and he's not afraid to throw down there tonight. Close play, but he does get back. So when you're trailing by 2 runs here and having a hard time getting runners on base, you cannot get thrown off. Cannot get thrown out at base. 1-2 pitch coming up to Keith. And that breaking ball got him. Another throw down to first. So Keith strikes out. Kind of did that half swing on that breaking ball. So 2 outs now. And the catcher, Dane Mormon, coming to bat. Got a timeout from Coach Glodin. So it's 2-0 here. Top the 5th inning. And it looks like we might have a pitching change here. Sam pitched real well tonight. The only reason that I think maybe they would change would be because of the pitch count. So I haven't seen any official moves out here yet. See what happens here. So after all that, Sam does stay on the mound. Don't see any changes on the field, so just a mound the meeting there. Pitch outside. Mormon on the night. 1 for 2, had a single first at bat in that second inning, and then he did strike out in the third inning. So a chance for Dane here to get a nice base hit. That one's popped up. Ortega back, and Ortega catches it. So South O'Brien gets that leadoff runner on. No runs come in, no hits. One runner left on. We're moving to the bottom of the 5th. All tie or 2-0. HMS leading. We'll be right back after this break.
Great deals at Gannett Auto Sales in Polina. Pull your camper, boat, or anything with this 2015 Ford F-250, only $22,850. Travel in style on this Nissan Rogue all-wheel drive crossover, 75,000 miles and priced at $98.50. They also have a 2010 Toyota Avalon and a 2007 Acura. Great school cars priced under $7,000. Or if you want it and they don't have it, they will find it for you at Gannett Auto Sales in Polina.
At Iowa State Bank, we know that our ag community is an important part of Northwest Iowa. That's why we work harder to keep business owners and farmers up and running. For over 75 years, Iowa State Bank has helped farmers upgrade equipment, expand local business operations, and sometimes offer a helping hand. As we look forward to the future, we'll continue to be by your side, available when you need us.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning. This will be the first full inning for Pete Botchin on the mound for the Wolverines. And Dawson Skipoff coming to the plate for the Hawks. He has a single and a triple run scored tonight. He'll be followed by Jacob Cates and Sam Hine. So both of his at-bats tonight, he swung at that first pitch and had that single to the middle and triple to left field. So we'll see if he comes out swinging here once again on that first pitch. 2-0, bottom of the 5th inning. And the first pitch from Botchin coming up. Skipoff swings again. Over to Jack Keith. The throw is high. So Skipoff reaches on an error. And the Hawks once again will have their leadoff runner on base tonight. It's going to bring out Jacob Cates, the catcher. Struck out looking and reached on an error. So Botchin quickly to that set position. There he goes. Runner's going. Skipoff's in second, so stolen base. Would have been a close play if that ball reached in the air, but just not able to get there on the air. First pitch was a ball to Jacob Cates. Cates, that freshman catcher. Good leadoff from Skipoff. High. 2-0. Yeah, Skipoff got a pretty healthy lead that last at-bat. Caden coming over to cover second. Botchin not really looking back at him and gets a swinging strike. 2-1 to Jacob Cates. 2-1 pitch. Swung on. Shortstop. Keith goes to first. Throws off. So they're going to get no runners out. So Skipoff saw there was no runner. No runner on third. So Skipoff noticed that. Advanced to third base there. And then the throw was up the line. So 2 runners on. No outs. So Tyson Jessup gonna pinch a run, or courtesy run for the catcher. So a couple of errors here to start this inning off for the Wolverines. That brings up Sam Hine. Runners going to second, no throw. So we got 2 runners on. 1-0, or it was a strike, excuse me. So 0-1, 2 runners on, no outs. So South O'Brien's Botchin is in a jam here. 0-1 pitch. Fouled. It's popped up in the air. He's got a play over there. And Riedemann squeezes that one. So there's an out for Botchin. Nice catch over there by Riedemann as he had to go to his left. Got it straight over the bag and kind of caught that one behind him a little bit. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Trenton Volnick. Had reached on a base on balls and a single. And a strike in there from Botchin. On deck for the Hawks is Ben Hawk. And the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. So Botchin gets ahead quickly here, 0-2. Could really help himself out here if he get the strikeout. And the 0-2 pitch coming up. Swung on and missed. So a big strikeout there for Botchton. So 2 runners on yet here, but 2 outs now for the Hawks. Brings up Ben Hawk. Did get a single his last at bat. He's also hitting to a fielder's choice. So 3rd at bat for Ben here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Swung on, hit. Micah Davis coming in and makes the catch. So Boxton works himself out of a jam there. The errors don't come back to haunt the Wolverines. We're going to the top of the 6th inning. HMS leading 2-0. We'll be right back. Thanks for joining us.
Insurance and Real Estate Sutherland, locally owned and managed for almost 40 years, serving all lines of insurance from life and health, crop and livestock, home, auto, and commercial, with 3 licensed real estate agents ready to serve the community. We're independent insurance agency, your trusted choice agency, with offices located in Sutherland, Mobile, and Anthon, Iowa. At J&K Insurance and Real Estate, we're dedicated to helping people live the good life every day. Try the JK way today. We're helping you protect what you own is more than business. It's our privilege.
Word that seems to excite and unite all. Sale. When you shop with the KCHE Shopper webpage, you get a sale every day. It's one big sale on items you already want or need. Restaurants, automotive, recreation, apparel, shopping, and more. KCHEshopper.com. Shopping locally, yet online and on your time. Fill a cart, pay, and print from wherever you are. A sale every day at KCHEshopper.com.
All right. Welcome back to the top of the 6th inning. Kyle Jorgensen here along with Bodie. Bodie doing a nice job running the computer for us tonight. I believe Bryce is on a vacation somewhere up in Minnesota, if I recall. So coming to the plate for the Wolverines. First baseman Brock Riedemann. Senior Sam Hine still out there on the mound, and Riedemann hits it right back up the middle and gets a base hit. So Riedemann single there up the middle after a couple of strikeouts, and that's going to bring up Caden Steffens. Believe we're going to have a pinch runner for Riedemann. It's going to be number 3, Boston Riedemann. So, brothers there, Brody? Yeah. So, younger brother running for older brother. So, younger brother on the mound running, or on first base running for Brock Riedemann. So, no outs here in top of the 6th inning. Caden Steffens reached on a walk and struck out swinging. And he's squaring to bunt. Pulls it back and swings in a little bit behind that one. So Steffens does have 1 home run on the year. Be a good time for his second one here. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-2. And Riedemann on first base. Top of the 6th inning here, just a little bit after 9 o'clock. And the 0-2 pitch coming up with Riedemann leading off first. And strike 3. So 1 out. And that will bring up left fielder Wilson Milan. Tenth strikeout on the night for the senior Sam Hine. Top of the 6th inning, 2-0, 1 out. Runner on and Milan up. It's to a fielder's choice and struck out. I believe last time that breaking ball. got him. One and 0 to Wilson Milan. Caden Lucier on deck, had 2 base on balls tonight. There was that breaking ball, fell straight back, just went over the top of the bleachers. Count's going to go to 1 and 1. One and 1 with Riedemann leading off. Ball high and outside, 2 and 1. Really nice facility here in Hartley for this baseball game, with the softball game still over there in the bottom of the 7th inning. Long swung, and he wanted that one. Maybe just a tad behind on that swing. It's going to even things out. 2 and 2. Two pitch. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. 2 outs, so 2 strikeouts. 2 outs here in this inning. After that, the leadoff single from Brock Riedemann. It's going to bring up Caden Lusher. Like I said, he had 2 walks. Walked in the 2nd, walked in the 4th. His hand gets to be set, and then Caden called time there. First pitch coming up to Caden. Swung on and missed. Caden also goes without any batting gloves. So 0-1 with 2 outs. Pitch is outside, ball. One and 1, 2 outs. Runner on first. South O'Brien needing a big hit here. And the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 1 and 2. It looks like Caden's just a tad behind. And I bet you $1 that's that breaking ball coming in next year. And he just got a piece of it. It was the breaking ball, but he did a nice job and just held in there long enough. Fouled that one off right off the end of the bat. Count remains 1 and 2. Tyson Wolf on deck. And the 1-2 pitch again. Fastball high. Count goes to 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top the 6th. And he fouled off another breaking ball. A little bit better contact on that one. Count is 2 and 2 count. So 2 and 2, swung on and missed. South O'Brien does get the leadoff runner on, not able to do anything. 1 hit, 1 left on. Heading to the bottom of the 6th inning, 2-0, HMS leading. We'll be right back after this break.
Polina Chiropractic with Dr. Justin Fisher is a locally owned business and locally focused. Dr. Fisher and his family live in Polina and love being a part of the community and supporting the South O'Brien schools and events. Whether you need a routine adjustment or have a troubling problem, call for your appointment today at 949-2741 with Polina Chiropractic with Dr. Justin Fisher, 127 East Broadway, Polina.
It's football season, and the Prairie Market Grocery Store in Paulina would like to wish the South O'Brien Wolverines good luck this season. Stop in before the game to get the items you may need for your tailgate party. Fresh meats from our meat department for grilling, fresh vegetables to throw on the grill too. Pick up some chips and salsa or maybe French onion dip. Also, pick up some extra snacks for after the game. From the Prairie Market Grocery Store in Paulina, another gem of the prairie.
Welcome back. We're here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pete Botchin back on the mound for the Wolverines. Leading off is the first baseman, Nick Bromstead. He'll be followed by Keith DeBoer and Keaton Graves. First pitch, strike swing in there. Botchin's done a nice job in relief for Jack Keith. South O'Brien back in action in Sheldon on Thursday. Next pitch is low. We'll be covering that game on Fuller Digital Solutions. One and one, no outs here. Bottom of the 6th, and that swung on and missed also. Looks like a couple of breaking balls that got Nick Bromstead swinging there. Count is 1-2 with DeBoer on deck. And strike 3. So first out. It's a strikeout for Botchin. That will bring up Keith DeBoer. He's had a single and a walk tonight. Softball game is over, and I believe South O'Brien won 9-2. And a strike right back, hit that press box behind the home plate there. 0-1 to Keith DeBoer. And the 0-1 pitch coming up here with one out. Popped up right towards us. Just going to go over our head. Kind of landed right behind us. It's going to put the count to 0-2. Oh, and 2, one out. See if Bosch can pick up another strikeout here. And he does get a high swinging strike there as DeBoer did go chasing. That'll bring up the lefty, Keaton Graves. Keaton singled, reached on a fielder's choice, has a run scored on the night, and flew out to left field. So 2 strikes, or 2 outs, excuse me. First pitch is swung to left field. Left fielder lost it over there. So Wilson Milan kind of give a look and then put his hands up. He did not see that one. Botchin gets ahead here, 0-1. Oh, 1 to Graves. There's a strike in there from Botchin. South O'Brien is top of the 7th inning. They'll have Tyson Wolf coming up, Pete Botchin, and Micah Davis. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Grounded to Jack Keith. Comes in and gets it. Good throw, got him. Close play over there, but he does get him. 3 up, 3 down. Do or die time for the Wolverines coming up, trailing 2-0. We'll be right back. You're listening to Fuller Digital Solutions.
Primgar Chiropractic Clinic. Aching to see us? Neck pain, arm and leg pain, auto accidents, back pain, sports injuries, chronic pain, headaches, work injuries, and arthritis. Dr. Heather Eink can help patients of all ages get an adjustment to get their alignment in place. And there's a licensed massage therapist as well. And therapy services like ultrasound, muscle stem, and cold laser. Ask about foot levelers for orthotics. Find Primgar Chiropractic Clinic on Facebook and call for an appointment today.
Did you know Iowa is the 12th largest milk-producing state in the United States? In Iowa, the average dairy cow produced 7 gallons of milk per day, and in May, Iowa dairy farms produced approximately 451 million pounds of milk. Rhoda Dairy is a proud dairy farm right here in O'Brien County and provides local jobs. When you sit down for your next meal, enjoy a nice cold glass of milk to go with it. Rhoda Dairy would like to wish the South O'Brien Wolverines the best of luck all season long.
Welcome back. We're at the top of the 7th inning. South O'Brien trailing here 2-0. Tyson Wolf coming up. He'll be followed by Pete Botchin and Micah Davis. And Sam Hine out there for his 7th inning of work. He's been tough on the mound for the Hawks tonight. Wolf hits one into center field. Skip off, didn't see it. So Wolf going to second base. So Skip-Off could not see that one. So that's a double. So last inning, Wilson Milan had trouble seeing the ball, and this time Skip-Off had trouble seeing it. So not sure if it's just the right time of night with that hard to see up there, but there is pretty good cloud cover. I was able to track that one pretty well here from my viewpoint. So South O'Brien does get a runner on second. That's Wolf, and now it's Pete Botchton. Pete trying to bunt again. And foul behind the home plate. South O'Brien needing a few hits here back to back to possibly get this game tied up. Watching behind 0-1. And squaring the bunt. He does get a nice bunt down. And nice job by the pitcher. The 1-3 put out. So Boston did get a nice bunt down. A fairly close play. Does advance the runner to third. South O'Brien does need 2 runs, though. Do have the heart of their lineup coming up with Davis, Keith, and then Mormon. Davis did have that single back in that first inning, reached on an error and struck out. High, 1-0. Sam still throwing hard out there on the mound. Not sure where he's at with that pitch count. He does have several strikeouts here tonight. 1-0 pitch. Davis hits it right to the first baseman. So Davis does ground out. First baseman takes it himself. But Wolf does come in to score. So it's 2-1, and that's going to bring up Jack Keith. But South O'Brien is out, down to their final out here, trailing 2-1. Keith did get a hold of one. His last at bat just went foul. One hopped that fence in left field. So 2-1. Mormon on deck, and the first pitch to Keith, strike. Keith falls behind 0-1 here. 0-1 pitch coming up to Jet Keith. Swung on and a miss. Did take a good healthy cut at that one. Does fall behind 0-2. 0-2 to Jet Keith. South O'Brien down to their last strike. Hits that one to right field. That one falls in there. Not able to make that catch, so South O'Brien still alive. That was a tough catch over there. Nice attempt by Ben Hawk. And that's going to bring up Dane Mormon. So Jet Keith on first. A gapper here. Might get a run in. Mormon probably the best hitter on the team here for the Wolverines. Like I said last week against Trinity Christian, hit a couple of gappers. Those doubles, so if he could get one to the gap here, it could possibly tie this run up. Keith would be going on contact. 2-1, 2 outs. Mormon hits a ground ball to third base. And they go to second base and get the out. That is a 5-4 put out. HMS is going to win this thing 2-1. Senior Sam Heen goes the distance for HMS, just giving up that one run. Low scoring game here. South O'Brien going to fall to 2-3 on the year. HMS goes to 3-1. Once again, we'll be in Sheldon on Thursday night for softball action. Thanks again to all of our sponsors, including Cherokee Regional Medical Center, the Plana Body Shop, J&K Insurance, and Roseland Trucking. For Kyle Jorgensen and Bodie here, we're going to sign off here tonight. Have a good night, and we'll see you on Thursday.